Okay, joined by manager Luke Garrard before our Boxing Day away trip to Barnet, Derby Day. We'll quickly touch on the defeat. Obviously, very disappointing to lose the FA Trophy. Have you had a chance to watch that back and reflect?
Watched it back, reflected, not good enough. I always often say if I watch things back and I thought they were good on the night, they're not as good as what they were, or they weren't as bad as what they were. I watched the 90 minutes. It was tedious. It was hard to put myself through that again because, yeah, I said to the group, it weren't good enough. We done some bits today where I laid the law down to an extent, showed them some stats in terms of games where we've won, and showed them the stats from Southend. Everyone, that's my opinion. Is we weren't good enough. That was my opinion. The fact of the matter is, of it was that we didn't run hard enough. We didn't work hard enough. We didn't squeeze the pitch hard enough. Why? Because the stats on the GPS told me that, and I let the group know that. I spoke about what I'm expecting from individual units, being defensively, midfield, and forwards, and they trained superbly. None of my teams go out there to want to lose, but there's a manner in which you lose. And I said, I will not accept the way we performed on Tuesday evening because teams, or they being Southend, were counting quicker than us, recovered quicker than us, were to the first ball quicker than us. And no, not being funny, they're things you can control. And I laid the law down today. Like I said, which you did, you edited the previous interview. There was a few swear words in there, which quite rightly you should have done, but you left in the fact I said I was going to crack some eggs. Maybe done it in a manner which was a little bit more positive, but I laid the law down today, and I'm hopeful that there'll be a reaction against Barnet on Boxing Day.
But as you say, it is Barnet then, Boxing Day, Derby Day. Is that almost the perfect time to have this fixture where it's a derby, Boxing Day, almost a chance to just almost reset and go at it again, focus on the league?
We need to. We have to. There needs to be an understanding of the magnitude of the game because it is a derby. I speak about it in my program notes. I've written my program notes already for the 2nd of January purely because of the timings of the closures of Christmas period with the printing company. I alluded to it. The North London derby, Arsenal and Tottenham, many moons ago, there was a lot of people that understood what it meant. And obviously then the European market come in and it's a little bit more foreign between the two sides and it probably doesn't have the same emphasis as what it did in the 2000s. I've got a lot of Northerners and I asked the question, do they understand what a Barnet Boreham Wood game looks like? And they didn't. And I said, well, these are the rules and this is what it is and this is how it is. We played them 4 times last year and we were fortunate enough to beat them 3 times. They beat us once. Dean Brennan's done a fantastic job and I write in my program notes, he's got a side there now nestled nicely into the playoffs. They have a way of playing. They have a togetherness. Nick Kabambi's doing fantastic. The 3 lads that are off him in Armstrong, De Havilland and Kanu do fantastic. Pritchard and Gorman as 2 screeners do fantastic. Their back line squeeze the pitch and do fantastic. We need to go there with a mentality of, yeah, it's a derby. I'm a Barnet boy. I used to go and watch them at Underhill. So I've got friends that will be sat in the Barnet end wanting Barnet to win. No disrespect. I want to rub their noses in it. I want bragging rights. And I'm fully gearing us up for a big, big day on Boxing Day, live on the box, because I need them to understand that this needs to be our upturn and where we go from here with a big positive performance against Barnet on the 26th.
Yeah, well, you mentioned there sitting 5th in the league, doing very well. What do you need to ensure that your team does to counter what they do well? How do you go about getting those 3 points?
No disrespect to Barnet and Dean Brennan, it's about what we do. I need them to go to a level that Barnet can't match, and that will be what I'll be telling the group. I expect us to run harder than them. I expect us to counter quicker than them. I expect us to recover quicker than them. I expect us to be aggressive on the first contact and aggressive on the second contact. And these are things that I genuinely think you can control as a player. If you can't pass water on any given day, you can never have a bad game running. And that's all I can ask from my team. go and mirror me on the pitch with a controlled manner, and hopefully we will go and get 3 points come 5 p.m. on the 26th.
Yeah, and obviously we had a lot of cancellations during that December period with the cold weather. A lot of rescheduled games. It's made our January schedule look quite busy. Is this almost an opportunity to start a run the first 2nd January and almost go and kick on from there?
You're only ever one win away from a run, and like I said, we'll be looking to implement that come the 26th. We know how tough it is. He's done a fantastic job. I have to stress that. You can see the relationship he has with the fans. You can see the relationship he has with his players, and they play for him. So we need to go there and ensure that we're right on it, right on our game to go and, cause them an upset in terms of, I think they've won their last 6 out of 7. So their peckers are up. They're in good form. They're in confidence. We need to go there and unsettle them. We need to go there with the mindset, it's a derby, it's live in the box on BT Sport, and we need to put on a show for ourselves to go and warrant 3 points come 5 p.m.
Yeah, and finally, just obviously we had a couple of injuries on Tuesday with Lee coming off and also Marsh. Just wonder how's the squad feeling and how's recovery gone?
Feeling they're coming today. I like I said, I laid down the law, so I was seeing what reaction I got, and I got a very positive reaction. The training session was excellent. Same again tomorrow. We'll go through their set plays and debrief where their strengths are. They're good amount of goals from set plays being them. They have 45% goal return from crosses. So these are things that we'll look to ensure we nullify. But the 2 lads in Lee and Marsh train today will train, and it will be very much the full squad that we travelled down to Southend with, minus a few viruses that are going around. Obviously, we are carrying viruses, as is a lot of clubs, and it's managing that more so than anything. But again, it's gone from an 18-man squad down to a 16-man squad just because of the trophy being 7 subs to 5 subs on Boxing Day. So a couple will miss out, but again, that's the nature of the job. I want people pulling in the same direction, putting on a shift that warrants and replicates me and this football club. And that's all I can ask. And like I said, I'm not building the game up. I'm not making it anything that it isn't. It's a derby on Boxing Day. It's a great, great test for us, and one that I'm hopeful we will pass and get 3 points come 5 p.m.